Hello, I'm Dick Amper, and I'm here today to talk to you about a shocking position taken against the campaign to improve the quality of water on Long Island. As you probably know, scientists have determined that the quality of drinking water and surface waters on Long Island has declined precipitously in recent years. This fact has been reported extensively by News 12 Long Island and Newsday. The cause is pollution of our underground water supply by nitrogen from sewage and fertilizer, pesticides and toxic chemicals. They seep into our groundwater and contaminate it. The pollution poses serious consequences not only to our environment and health, but to the economy on which our recreation, tourism, and marine businesses depend. The good news is that the solution is known. We need legislation that will establish a more restrictive standard on what can be discharged into our groundwater, and an existing or new government agency required to enforce anti-degradation regulations. Such a bill is being advanced in the New York State Legislature with bipartisan support. It's expected to be voted on later this spring. So what's the problem? Well, a few local politicians complain that it will reduce their power, and special interests like the Long Island Farm Bureau worry about how new rules will affect the agricultural industry. Environmentalists are working with them to try to overcome their concerns. But one group, one special interest, has taken the most irresponsible position I have ever experienced in my quarter century of environmental advocacy on Long Island. Of course we expect a business interest to look out for themselves, even at the expense of the public, but never like this. The Long Island Builders Institute, the residential development lobby, has declared their opposition to the clean water legislation and is working to defeat it unless the bill is altered to make it a Housing Development Act as well. They say they'll continue to oppose clean water legislation unless the bill ensures development can be accommodated and unless zoning of specifically designated areas for increased density are explicitly provided for in the water protection measure. But wait, it gets worse. The greedy developers insist that the water quality legislation include, quote, specific areas designated as appropriate for the development and construction of 50,000 additional housing units, whether local government, which is supposed to make land use decisions, approves or not. When I first heard this, I couldn't believe it. Long Island is grossly overdeveloped as it is, sending taxes for government services through the ceiling, creating intolerable traffic congestion and contaminating our groundwater. The reason I'm so appalled is that the Long Island Builders Institute is saying, in my opinion, we'll oppose Long Islanders' efforts to clean up their water unless we include in the Clean Water Bill authority for developers to continue to contaminate the water that overdevelopment has already compromised. That's not just the most outrageous anti-Long Island demand I've ever heard, it's downright despicable. To express your opposition, even revulsion to this public-be-damned extortion on the part of the developers lobby, simply share your opinion with me at info@pinebarrens.org. We'll then post the best ones on our website and Facebook page, and maybe we'll shame the Builders Institute into abandoning their self-serving position in supporting water protection for every Long Islander. Express your outrage and support clean water by emailing info@pinebarrens.org. Thank you.